What's up, everybody? It is Monday night, 9 p.m. and it's your girls. We back on the curve.
Okay. Yeah,
Dun, 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 dun. Gotta find us some good theme music to
some
come on right
music.
there.
Yeah. Girl, maybe I should do it like a little jingle for us or something. That would be dope.
Hey, come on, friend, get us a jingle going. I'm here for that. I'm here for it. Hope everyone is doing well. Happy Monday, everybody. Yes, indeed. We are back. I'm gonna turn this volume up a little bit. Hey, listen, make
What's up?
sure that you all share out the broadcast. It's gonna be a great show.
Yes.
Um, Friends, do not let friends miss the curve at
No,
all.
go ahead and share it.
I'm going to go on the Facebook page and make sure I share out the broadcast.
Me and you both, sister. Tag me so I can share too.
Okay, let's see here. All right. All right. That's not what we want to do. All right. We're
Who's
going
that?
to share some more. Share, and share some more.
Mm.
We're
Come on, people.
live.
Bring your friends on. You know, they don't want to miss this good show.
Nope.
Mm-mm. It's going to be too good tonight. So you need to let them know they're going to be talking about you tomorrow. Like, now, girl, why didn't you let me know the curve is on?
Because you knew what
Why?
it was and you still let me miss it. That's not friendship.
That's not
That's
friendship.
not friendship. That's not friendship.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not at all. All right, I'm about to share this out as well. I had to get some stuff loaded up. You know, this technology, I tell you.
Well, well, friend. Well. Uh-oh. Okay, it's not doing what it's. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go, people.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What a week it has been. What a week it has been. How was your week,
Mhm.
friend? What's been going on since we last
You
since we
know,
seen you?
it's been a good week. Like I said, we're just starting off, but I had to work this weekend, so I'm back to the drawing board.
Uh
But I'm
oh.
gonna be honest with you, work was very cool, calm and collective. So I got a lot done. I got a lot of work done at work on my own, my
You got
own
a come on, a lot of work done at work, and how is the know your worth experience coming along?
Girl, it is coming along fantastic. You hear me?
Love it, love
Oh
it.
my gosh, we had like I told you, a designers meeting today and stylist meeting, and I am so excited about the women that I'm working with. They're just great women. You know, when you just work with great people and the energy
Mm-hmm.
is good, you already know that the show is going to be good and everything is
Facts,
just going to flow, man. So I'm ready for
facts, facts. Well, so that's going to be exciting. I actually cannot wait for the know your worth experience to occur.
it. There. Whew.
Absolutely cannot wait. I want to tell the people, listen, y'all, I went this past weekend. I went to the beach. Okay.
Yeah.
I went to the beach. I went to the
Girl, how was
beach.
it? Tell me about it.
People, first of all, if you've never been to Charleston, because here's the thing, I'm from the South. I'm from the South. I feel like I've gone a lot of places in the South, but I had never been to Charleston. And it was all the things that I needed it to be. If you have not been, I
I have
went
never
to
been.
girl. We got to go because I
Oh
went
my
to this
God.
beach. Sullivan's Island is what is the beach that we went to.
Okay.
Um, it was not crowded at all. Of course, we went to the beach on a Friday.
Okay.
Weather was gorgeous. Water was warm. Everything was delightful. Do you
Wow.
understand me?
Girl, was it
I
clear? Was it clear water?
yeah,
Tell me, girl,
yeah,
tell me about it.
yeah. So the water was clear. It was
Mm-hmm.
nice and blue, and I mean, just
Mm.
every. I have not been that at peace in a long time. I'm a bit like when I tell you the even here's the thing. I was at peace, and my kid was with me on the beach.
Now you
Do you
know that's
understand
peaceful.
me? You
That's
understand?
peace.
It was peace. Child, I was like, he
Girl,
was
look,
he
got my
was
glasses fogging up. That's some
yes.
peace for you, okay?
He was running all up and down the beach, and I was like, go with God. Just
Okay,
go
you
do
go
your
and
little
run, baby. Run
right.
on while I sit here and
Run,
relax.
run on. Do you have a good time? And it was great because people were spaced
Oh,
properly,
good.
distanced. Okay, like
Okay.
everybody was in their own little spot.
Okay.
Um, and nobody was touching each other. It was wonderful. We
Well, that's
didn't really
good.
have any of those issues, so I was really excited because people were observing social distancing, and it was absolutely wonderful.
Good job,
Love it.
Charleston. Good job
Yeah,
following
yeah,
the rules.
yes.
Hmm.
And the people of Charleston, on Sullivan Island, you also now the only thing was you couldn't have your beach umbrella.
Okay.
You couldn't have your beach umbrella, and they had, for whatever reason, they outlawed coolers, so you couldn't really take. You couldn't take like a cooler. You could have items, and we like brought a one of those bags that keeps things cool.
Okay.
But you couldn't have the cooler, which was, I don't know why. Maybe the coolers carry the coronavirus. I don't know,
Maybe you carry the corona, girl.
but the people on Sullivan Island were like, "No, nah, we don't want to
I
post that,"
know.
and I was like, "Okay, then, like, y'all
Whatever.
do
Okay.
you?" And but we still had an amazing, amazing time. So
That is
shout out to
good.
South Carolina and shout out to the wonderful the Sullivan's Island. It was a
Woo-hoo.
fantastic experience.
Yes, girl.
Wonderful.
Look, I saw her out there, look, posting pictures, honey. She was looking like a whole queen out there.
I was
You
feeling
better.
it. I was feeling
You
it.
was feeling it, girl.
I was feeling it. And that, like we talked about, I think we talked about last week, we talked about where's the line of loving yourself and where's the line where we talked about, being plus
Yeah.
size.
Right.
And, I'm going to be real with you, friend. Just a moment of honesty. Like when I first put on my swimsuit, I was like, oh, um, mm, mm.
I, I
some
get
of
it.
these some of these some of these LBs were here. They weren't in the same. This
I
is
get
not.
it. We've all been there.
Whoa, whoa. Hey sis, like, and I'm
Hello.
like I felt like a real transparent moment. I was kind of like, oh, this is not exactly what it was
Right.
when I bought this.
Hey,
This,
hey, well,
mm.
you know.
But at that point, we were already at the
You was
beach.
there, okay?
And I thought to myself, like, I like grappled with, okay, well, do I keep my cover up on the whole time?
You look
Do I like
beautiful.
I like real transparent moment. Your girl was trying to like,
I get
this
it.
is a little extra. We
Oh,
got to
I
get
get it.
back in
Because
the gym.
I went to the beach too, and I had tried on a bathing suit I had
Yeah.
bought.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I told you I've been dropping a little, LB. So I'm like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
about to try this new look. Girl,
Yeah. Yeah.
that bathing suit stayed in the suitcase. I wore the backup. What?
Come on, back up, swimsuit. Come on, back up.
Okay, no, Alicia, we're not ready for that yet. Not just quite yet
We're
for
on the
that.
way. We're on the
Yes,
way, but we not.
not yet. I'm not with the ginger and the pepper yet. The ginger and the pepper.
Girl, when I tell you that is the chick who went through my head, I was like, girl, that's okay. This is the ginger. Like, this is the chick. This is Pepe right here. Because at first I was like, oh. But you know what? As soon as I realized that, one, I'm never going to see these people again.
Right.
Two,
Fact.
I could sit here and not enjoy this time, but who knows when I'm going to be able to get back to a beach.
Man.
So I can either sit here and worry about weight
Live
that
your
ain't
life.
going nowhere in this moment, or I could sit here and live my life and enjoy this sun and all of God's good beachy creation.
Well, it looked good on you, sis. It looked good on you.
And so
Okay.
well, thank you, because I really, like, honestly, transparent moment. I was just like, I don't know, but we're going to run it and see
We're going to do this. Okay. It's going to be what it is.
It's going to be what it is. And so that picture, I posted that picture. It was for the gram, but it was more for me so that I could, next year, I can look back on these moments and say, you know what? sometimes we just got to push forward and keep living our lives.
You
Sometimes
do.
it can't be about being in your head and worrying about what other people think
That
and
is so true.
stressing about foolishness and pounds and this, that, and the third. Sometimes you just got to live your life. And this woman, my niece was with me,
Mm-hmm.
and she was the one who was taking the pictures. And so she's, she is an aspiring photographer, and she was, pose.
Napping away. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this lady passed by, and she couldn't have been, she couldn't have been more than, 97 pounds. She was just a real petite lady.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, whatever that is you have, I want some of it. She was like,
That
whatever
is,
that thing
now,
is.
whatever it is.
Whatever it is, I want some, because I was having a great
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Focused on my family that was there, focused on my friends that were there, like just
Exactly.
enjoying the moment. So it was an eye-opening moment. It was, it did let me know that we gotta get real serious about these health goals.
Okay.
Because I will be 40 in November, and I
Oh,
want
girl,
to be
you
a
know,
healthy.
girl, I didn't know that. Girl, you better look good and young and fresh.
We moisturize and hydrate,
No,
child.
that's right. You better moisturize. Okay, moisturize.
Come on, we moisturize, hydrate, and mind our business around here. That's what we do.
Oh, Lord.
So yeah, I got. It's time to get real serious about these health goals,
Yeah.
and get focused, because you want to listen. The more decades go by, the harder it gets to.
You said that, man. Let
It
me tell you, I was
just.
out there running I had the girls laughing on the call because I said, guess what? Your girl was running the driveway today in 95-degree heat. I said, Lord, keep me. Keep girl. Because I waited too late to work out. Look, waited to 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? You're going to get this workout in. You better do. I had to motivate myself. Get your butt up and do what you need to do.
Sometimes
Girl.
you got to talk to yourself hard, and you just be like,
Get up. Girl, so I got up and I was running up and down my driveway, look, with flexi rods in my head and a bonnet.
Come on, bonnets and flexi rods, because sometimes it's about what we got to do to get there, and not about how we look, honey.
It don't matter about no look. Look, I'm still beautiful. Running right up and down that driveway with the hello, look, hi people.
Hi neighbors. Hello neighbors. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, yes, we are. I'm so glad that we are getting focused on all that we need to get focused on, and focusing on our health. Now, speaking of health, did you hear about your girl Tamar Braxton?
That broke my heart. Okay, now let me tell you. Mm-hmm. That right there, okay. I'm not a big fan of Tamar. I'm not gonna lie. Like we were just talking about, being big fans of people. But one thing that I can say, when it comes to the industry, and it comes to people in the industry, it is a hard life. Hard because she went for that. She searched after that. She wanted the fame. She wanted the fortune. She wanted everything. Her sister was in the limelight. She wanted it. But I really think people really don't know what they're asking for until they get into it. And I think Tamar has been through a lot in the limelight, in the media, in the world, people watching her, and to get to that point to where you want to end it all, that's deep.
So for those of you who don't know, I will just run the story for you a minute. Tamar Braxton allegedly has attempted to commit suicide. She had sent previously a letter to WeTV indicating that, in essence, they made her the stress of television, the stress of being a television executive producer. It was a lot for her, and that all of that pressure that they're putting on her made her suicidal. And so I'll just kind of let y'all know based on a article from Page 6. So Braxton last Thursday attempted suicide. She responded with a message seen by Page Six explaining that her family is in disarray. We fight with each other, we betray each other, and now we're physically assaulting each other, all happening because your show has chosen to show the absolute worst side of strong, independent, and successful African of a strong, independent, and successful African American family. A show I created to showcase a strong Black family as a beacon of hope for all the young Black girls and boys out there. Instead, you coached and cajoled us into finding the worst in each other. She also
Wow.
likened the network to a cruel white slave master who chained our forefathers and the oppressive police forces that now terrorize our community. I hope those ratings were worth it because you succeeded in destroying a great Black family.
Wow.
Meanwhile, she said that the final stake into the heart of my family was the day you dug up a secret I've never shared with anyone, a secret I was so ashamed to talk about that I hid it even from my own mom. The fact that I had been assaulted and raped repeatedly from age 6 to 16, sometimes multiple times a day. Braxton said that the producers had exposed it on your show in front of my entire family and 100 crew members. She added, "You broke me that day, and I considered ending my own life then for the shame that I felt."
Mm.
And
I mean, I
so,
don't even.
uh,
Whew,
right,
that's heavy. I mean,
right,
that's very, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I really don't think that she thought that like the show, because she was the one that to reach out to the
sure,
network about this
sure,
show, and to her it probably looked so different, but
yeah,
the truth about this world and about people, they don't care. They will use you up and spit you out. Any way they can make money off of you, any way that they can exploit you to boost ratings, to whatever it is, this industry, they will do it. And I feel for her. I really truly feel for her to be in such a dark place to want to take her life. Like, that's deep, Shannon. That's a deep place to be in. And for secrets that you've been holding to come out that you didn't tell. And nobody has a right to that.
yeah,
That's your pain. That's your voice. That's your story. This is coming from somebody that had to be transparent about hers and how I found power in telling my story. But I had that opportunity to do it.
exactly,
It
exactly,
wasn't other people. And you saying that, just further confirms to me of what I was thinking. This
absolutely.
this fame, this
Hmm.
this fame, I'm telling you, it comes with a price, man.
It does, it
People
does.
be chasing after it, but Shannon, it comes with a price.
Yeah, facts, absolute facts. It's crazy because um, when I read that part of the story, um, I was in a very similar situation where I hadn't told my parents either. Like
Mhm.
I didn't tell anybody. Like anybody, I didn't tell them anything for a very, very long time. Literally up until shortly before the Me Too movement, I was guest speaking at a conference and I
Mm.
talked about it, and the one of the they did a story about it and posted it online, and I talked about talked about it because it was like 18, it's been quite a while, and I talked about it, but I hadn't told my mother. And
Mm.
so that was literally the only reason that I told her, because I was at a women's conference. I felt like my story was going to help somebody else.
Mm.
But
Wow.
I still hadn't told my family and had to do so that they wouldn't find out, in a magazine article, which was,
Right.
yeah.
Wow.
But I got the opportunity
You got the
to break
opportunity
that
to
to them.
share exactly,
It
not
wasn't
anybody
anything.
else. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
said. They don't care because all they're trying to do is get a storyline. They
Get a
don't care how
rating.
they make you look. Matter of fact, they know the negative is going to get more hits than the positive. So why
Absolutely.
not? Why
Yeah.
not use you and exploit you?
Mhm.
It's not
Mhm.
me.
Yep.
People don't think about that. They're
They don't.
thinking about the dollar,
Yep.
honey.
And it's crazy because Tamar has now been transferred to a mental
Mm,
health treatment facility. She was there. When she was found unconscious, she was rushed to the hospital. She was moved over the weekend to Los Angeles Hospital, where they have top specialists in the field of mental health, including depression, anxiety, and sexual assault trauma. She was then transferred to another facility for further evaluation and treatment. And she will be there until she gets better.
Good.
Is what they're saying.
However long it takes. You know, I don't care who it is. No, I don't want to hear that about anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
And that's the thing. Like I have a very love hate relationship with her character on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's all I know of her is her character on TV. I have a very love hate relationship.
Right.
Because I think her character has painted a very negative narrative of women in the media, Black women specifically in the media.
Yeah.
I think the show Braxton Family Values did a whole lot more harm than it did good.
I do too.
I think that she just that whole family is a struggle for me because I feel like they have so many issues, unresolved issues that they just have not dealt with. That they have no business on nobody's TV.
Right.
But I also know that as Black women, we tend to do this thing where we try to let everybody think everything's all right.
Oh yeah, we masquerade. We mask it. Oh yeah.
Oh,
we've been taught to do it. Be strong. Mask what it is that you go through. Don't talk about it. You don't have to, just get over it. It's okay. It happened to everybody. Okay. Or it's happening. Or these problems in families. But sometimes you need to talk about it. Sometimes you don't need to hold it in. Absolutely. Sometimes you need to seek help for it.
Absolutely. And she definitely, I'm glad that she's getting the help that she deserves and the help that she needs. I wish her nothing but good health. I hope if for no other reason than she is a mom just like I'm a mom, just like you're a mom. She has a little boy in real life who is not part of nobody's TV show.
None.
He is her real son, and that real son needs a real mom who is whole and healthy.
Yes.
Period. So I pray that Mom Evelyn has stepped in and stopped being a TV personality and is really being a mother and guiding her into the healthy life she deserves. I wish that for her.
Same here.
Speaking of somebody else who needs some mental health.
Girl,
I wish Melissa was on the show, but she got things to do. Like she's taking care of her mental health, and that is a wonderful thing. She's got a lot of emotional stuff going on, and so she's taking care of that. But I wish she was on the show because your boy August Alsina is out here
in these streets, in these mean streets.
Out here on Al Gore's internet, just acting a fool and releasing songs. So for those of you all who may have been under a rock, your boy August Alsina over the weekend releases a song called Entanglements.
Just take a pause, okay? How?
I did not bring my wine today, but I need it so bad because the way that this young man is out here self-promoting and just...
When I tell you, and I'm talking about, I have never seen so much shade, pettiness, bitterness. I have in one 3 minutes and 3 minutes, 20-something seconds. So
I ain't never seen this level of... Now, people, I'm not going to spoil the song for you because here's the thing. If I got to be honest, the song is a bop. Okay? The song is it's a whole bop. But I will tell you some of these lyrics because August Alsina is out here telling all Jada Pinkett Smith's business, and Will got
Rick Ross co-signing for him.
He got Rick Ross co-signing. Let me tell you, the definition of entanglement is when you're tangled in the sheets.
In them sheets. Okay.
Girl, I know that we don't call it a relationship, but you're still effing with me. Entanglements is when you're getting in too deep, tangled up with me, tangled in the sheets.
In the sheet.
Okay? In the
Uh-huh.
sheets. Rick Ross has a whole verse. I'm gonna let y'all. Oh no, because he like I feel like August Alsina sat down with Rick Ross, and Rick
Oh,
Ross was
that's what
like,
it was. Girl,
"Yeah,
that
let
was
me rap,
scripted,
let me
baby.
rap, yeah." I feel like he was like Rick Ross is like, let me write this down. Hold
Yes.
on.
No. Tell me what did you go through? Look, that's what they went through. Tell me your story.
What? Tell me your story.
Start from the
Listen,
beginning.
Rick Ross says, "Shawty leaning on my shoulder, got a question in my willpower.
Ooh,
Jaded by her beauty,
Jesus.
but her reputation real solid. Moaning down the hall, I can tell you how I feel about it. Caught up in the matrix, and I doubt if I can get about it. Living like there's no tomorrow. Met your boy with open arms, tell you all my darkest stories. Promise that you won't depart. Keys to over 40 cars. Left me with a broken heart. Still, I gotta get around. Favorite artist was Tupac. Watch a movie, then we freak it. Tangled up, I'm getting deeper. Do this like every weekend. Guess I'm just her little secret. It tangled. I'm gonna let y'all have this next part because it's too hot for TV. I can't even say it on regular. I can't even say it. Like my mama watched this show. I can't even say it. Just August Alsina just
Went in. When I tell you, I slid out of my chair, Shannon. When I
like
sent
that
you that,
meme. Yeah.
I literally slid out of my chair. I said, "You got to be kidding me. I cannot believe that this young man just literally told us his whole story in this 3 minutes about this situation. This situation, okay? This
Now I
entanglement,
understand August Alsina is hurt, but I promise you,
honey.
I feel in my spirit that this right here, he did not tell all of that story because he was hurt or sad or none of that.
No.
He told that story because he needs to remain relevant and
That's what my
he
friend said the same thing. That's exactly what it is. Album promotion, trying to be relevant, trying to get back out there. I'm like, well, what a way to do it. I mean, you really just are trying to destroy some folks out here. Like I don't even know what to say. Like I can't respect that because to me that's a level of petty. I ain't seen that level of petty in a long, 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 long time. Oh,
one of our watchers said, "Listen, it's also calculated though. It's
oh,
also listen. He's just being a young man, and that's okay. Oh, Bina, is it okay? Like, is it okay? Because I don't
it's
know, friend.
not,
I don't know. Is
it's
it
not
okay? Because
okay.
he put all they like.
Oh, babe, I just can't see that being okay because it's like, I mean, you literally probably have already put this family through y'all situation, not just him, but the situation has put the family through so much. And this was your
Oh,
friend. Let's get deeper. Let's take them out of it and insert your friend that was the son. How are you making your
it's your
friend feel right
homeboy's mama. But see, here's the thing. Now, I listen. Devil's advocate. If you don't sleep with little boys, if you don't sleep with young men, people who are not that mature, then you don't really have these
now?
problems.
Hey,
There's a whole bunch
you
of folks she
right.
could have slept with that blew her back out that wasn't that little boy. They would have signed NDAs, PBAs,
Girl,
PBSs,
you
whatever
are
she
right.
needed.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
When I tell you, well, he sang like a canary. Oh, woo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Girl, you got
oh,
me laughing, crying tonight, okay? You talking about
oh.
sing. He was singing all the lyrics, okay? All of them to the world to let you know this is what time it is. This is what down. This is what how it went down, when it went down,
This is how we
entangling.
did it.
Yeah.
Like this is how we did it. What?
Ooh, look, get the weed together. Woo, Lord Jesus. Too much.
Ooh, Bridget says it was said that when Beyonce and Jay was going through, August was entangled with Beyonce. Who said it, girl? Who said
Girl,
it?
shut up. Shut
Bridget,
your whole mouth.
tag me in a post or send me something. I didn't see that. Beyonce better not be out here in this foolishness. She
Please
better
don't.
not. She be-
Ooh,
Whoo. So Yes, girl, she made a whole
A whole
song.
song. I saw it. Ooh, girl, from it. A whole song. And a good song. It wasn't even no, I mean, like no penny in it. This
It's a
was a
bop.
good, it was very catchy.
It was a whole
Very.
bop. And
Yeah,
I didn't want it to be. I wanted it to be some foolishness so
me
I could
too.
be
I
like,
thought it was a
oh,
joke when I saw it. I was like, it's no way he did this. I mean, when I saw the thing, I said, no way. This link is a lie. You know, you see little fake girl when I clicked on that song and I
mm.
heard that song.
And Rick Ross popped up. I was like, oh Lord
Oh,
Jesus. Oh no. You the one that got some friends
you
and a
even got the
homeboy. Oh, your homeboy is your boy is co-signing it.
co-signing. Y'all sit down and talked about this story. And this is where
Yes,
you need to
again.
put this. This wordplay needs to go this way. I mean, y'all worked on that and it was quick. So kudos to the talent, to the creative.
Kudos to the talent. Cause I just
Oh Lord.
I
Okay.
did not. I didn't want that song to be that good, and I didn't want
No.
him to be out here telling Jada's business like that. Because listen, I feel like she has suffered.
Yeah.
I feel like she
They
suffered
have.
enough. I feel like with Will Smith has suffered
Way. Yes.
enough.
Yes.
Enough.
It's enough. Needs to be enough. Like, and that's what I'm telling you to have to go through this again and how they're going through this again. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
girl, I be trying to go to Mars. I be trying to get a spaceship right now. You can I go to NASA? Look, because I
Right.
need to get about
Cause
out of
I
here.
got to go. Like
Right.
I wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be able to handle it at all.
Mm-mm.
Um. Speaking of some other people that need some, this particular episode is going to be the episode that we highlight why mental health care is so necessary in our country,
Mhm.
because I feel like all three of these here stories, like all three of them, could have been avoided with some good, positive
Yeah.
psychologists in the
Yeah.
midst.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on, Bridget. Wait, before I move on to the next story. Bridget
Okay.
says, honey, Jada wasn't the only one entangled with young folks. Will had two girlfriends a little older than Willow. Ah!
Oh Lord.
Ah!
Girl,
But you
hush.
know what? I feel like Will made his people sign NDAs. Like I really feel that in my spirit. I feel like Will
You
been
don't say
out here in
nothing.
these streets. Yeah.
Right.
I feel like he been out in these streets a
Well,
long
he
time.
kind of admitted it. He was like, she was like, "Oh, you got me back." You remember he was like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
ain't." She was like, "Oh, you got me back."
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so something
So
was going on.
they were also out here being, all of them just out here messy, messy,
Messy.
messy. But anyway, somebody else that needs some good mental health. Your boy Kanye West held a campaign
Oh,
rally.
girl.
Yep,
Girl.
that's the thing. We're gonna talk about it.
Oh,
Held
girl.
a campaign rally. I guess that's what we're gonna call it, in South Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
He said a whole bunch of stuff.
Girl.
That is, ooh,
I don't even know
um,
where to start with that, Shannon. Like, that was a whole clown show. Like, I don't even know. First of all, okay, let's start with the outfit. Okay, let's start there.
let's go right there with that outfit. What?
What
Why?
was going on? Was that a bulletproof vest that said
It
security
was.
on? That
That's
is that what we was? That's what we were doing, right?
Yep. That's what happened.
Okay, okay.
Yep. That's how
Um,
that happened.
and the hair.
That
What was
said
going on
security.
with this hair? Did he have designs? What was going on? Waves? I
There
mean, I
were.
don't, what was
Yep.
he supposed to represent?
There were. There were.
Okay.
There were way. I don't know, but that's been his style lately. Like it's just, it's kind of like a cut, and
Okay.
I'm not really
I haven't
sure.
seen him in a while. So that was to me like we're at a rally and you got a security bulletproof vest on. And then, I mean, it was already not set up right. The look was already wrong. The whole trying to be, I guess, professional and look political and
He ain't
politically
trying to.
correct.
That boy ain't trying to look at nobody's. He ain't trying to look like nobody's professional.
No,
Nothing.
not at all.
He ain't trying to do that. No. Kanye West. Which, you know what? Maybe that's why everybody was at the beach in Charleston because that rally happened in North Charleston,
Oh,
and the people
okay.
that's why the people at the beach they were like, we can't take Kanye no
No, we
more.
leave it.
We leaving. But so lots of things were said in this. Um,
Yeah.
oh, oh,
I don't want to
just
debacle. In this.
debacle. That's what this was. It was a debacle. He, announced his intent to run for president. He said a whole bunch of stuff, but in one very controversial moment, he claimed that abolitionist Harriet Tubman never actually freed slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Yes,
That's
he
what it
said that.
said.
Yes, he
That's what
did.
it said. Um,
Yes, he did.
he said he also talked about abortion and
Yeah,
basically said that he and his wife had seriously thought about terminating their first pregnancy.
that's when he had his breakdown. Right.
That's
Hmm.
when there was this uh, tearful, inconsolable breakdown. Where he said something very strange that I think we really need to think about. So even if my wife were to divorce me after this speech, she brought North into the world even when I didn't want to. She stood up and she protected that child. And then he says, my dad wanted to abort me. My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy. I almost killed my daughter, he said, sobbing.
Mm.
He also said, he said also was quoted as saying, "No more Plan B, Plan A." He clarified that he would keep abortion legal, but outlined as an option he called the maximum increase. The maximum increase would be everybody that has a baby gets $1 million or something in that range. If you had opportunity to be given $1 million just for being pregnant, would you have considered it? And then everybody would start having children, the greatest gift of life.
Girl, I just don't even know where to start with that. I just,
So now here's why that's interesting to me, because y'all know how I feel about Kris Jenner. I've said many times, as many times as I can count, that that woman is the devil. She is the whole entire devil, and she is out here like she is destroying the lives of black men
yes, ma'am.
every day. So here is typically, so she in essence has been a pattern with all of Kris Jenner's children. She aligns them with stars, black men who are stars, right?
Hmm.
She aligns them with them, and then they have some sort of crazy moment, and then she there's all this concern, and then she gets them out of these marriages that she's put them
Come
in.
on.
Okay,
Hmm.
so now the story that's out there right after this is the same way with that it was with Lamar Odom,
Hmm.
the same way after when Chloe was messing with that boy who was sleeping with the little black girl who was on the
Oh, I
red
know
tank
you're
top.
talking about. They was having a whole problem with
The whole
God, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
So after every time there's this always this story about how concerned they are, right? How there's this level of concern, and then magically they've done something so awful that her children can get out of these marriages.
Right.
Okay.
After
Um.
destroying these people
Yes.
lines. Hmm.
Yes. So, um, here is what TMZ is saying at this moment. Our sources say those around Kim believe Kanye is in desperate need of professional help and is in the middle of a serious bipolar episode. He's not listening to everyone. We're told that they being the Kardashian family believe that Kanye is tanking some of his businesses, is not if not all of them, with rants like when he went on about Harriet Tubman. His family and friends know comments like these are the things that trigger boycotts. Suffice it to say, we're told the family is upset that Kanye talked about Kim's first pregnancy and how they discussed abortion, something he says he wanted. Then he blurted out that Kim might divorce him for saying that. It's curious he mentioned divorce. It's usually a topic married folks don't say out loud unless it's been discussed. Whether it was or not between Kanye's Forbes interview and Sunday's rally, you got to think that puts a strain on the relationship. We're told there's not much concern that Kanye's comments will adversely affect Kim's business. We're told their money is separate and Kanye's brands are distinguishable.
Honey, you already knew that going in, though, that it was going to be some separate stuff in there. Did you see about this Meg Thee Stallion comment down here? Did you
remember after Meg Thee Stallion hung out with Kylie, Megan ended up getting shot in the foot? It's not just like, yeah, facts. That like
he was coming from the party, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. She sure was. That is not a wrong statement. So like you just I just feel like everybody black should just stay away from Kris Jenner. Like she is toxic. She is toxic to us. And here's the thing, Kanye already had issues, right?
Yeah.
He already had problems.
Yeah. Especially after his mother passed.
Absolutely. There was already mental break there. And I feel like, you know, he was taken advantage of in ways that are not, you know, that are not okay. And we have got to stop okaying, like there's got to be a way that we as a community help him, because they are not. Like they are not trying to help.
Didn't we just say it? Part of the industry. Well, they come to steal, kill, and destroy you.
Come on now. Come on. And they have they are tanking his career.
Yeah.
Like
his life, career, girl, his life, like tanking his soul. Like, I mean, this man, I remember when Kanye, because I really used to like Kanye West, man. I really did.
Here's the thing, I still love his music.
Me
everything
too.
Except Life of Pablo. Everything except Life of Pablo. Life of Pablo. So
I didn't hear that one. I didn't hear that.
You don't want to. But
okay.
Those first albums that he did that were he was so hungry. Like, though I am still a Kanye fan. I love College Dropout was like classic.
When I tell you he was one of the newest hip hop artists that I was digging, I'm like, I can rock with you, man. But and I'm like you said, and he's so creative, like just the way his mind works with musicality, just but when it comes to the people that he's around, it's like I can see like the life being sucked out of this man. Like every time I look at him, it's like emptiness. Like, you know how he went from kind of like a light, even after the accident when he went through. He had found life again. You know, when you go through a tragedy like that, a lot of the times, you know, you either it's fight or flight. You either gonna go one way opposite and be scared of everything, or you gonna live your life to the fullest. To me, Kanye was out there living his life. But now he done got so caught up in this industry. It's like he's trying to pull himself out, but it's like, get out. It's like he's in this sunken place, and you might see a little bit of him sometime, but then all of a sudden this craziness come over.
Bridget just said it's the true story of the movie Get Out. It really is. It really is.
That's what it reminds me of. Girl.
Well, Lynn says this is to their benefit. They will market off of this instead of trying to help him. Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely. Kris Jenner is the devil. Do you understand me? Not to mention, like, there's that angle of the story where Kanye needs the mental health, but there's also the angle of the story where Kanye is distracting from an actual election that is make or break for
major. I mean,
people in America.
This is, girl, I can't even look. I can't even talk how important this is. This is what's bigger than important? Okay, what is astronomical?
Epic.
This is astronomical.
This
people.
I mean, this is literally an election that can make or break. I mean, this is the election history will look back at and say, and this is a turning point. This is a fork in the road as to who we are going to be as Americans.
Yeah.
And as much as I understand Kanye is going through a very, very tough moment, which is, I agree with TMZ's article, it looks very much like a bipolar episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to be able to go through that and get the help that he needs.
Get the help. Yes.
He can. We cannot get distracted by these Kanye antics.
No,
We
no.
one of our reviewers said it's importanter.
That's, girl, that's my boyfriend crazy self.
It's importanter. It is. It is.
It is
Those are
important.
facts. It's importanter.
Astronomical, babe.
Yeah.
Astronomical. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Okay?
Yeah. Like, listen, we cannot, this is not the time where we can be distracted by this here foolishness. This is the moment in time where we have still, that's it, Bridget, prudent and salient.
Yes.
We cannot get unfocused in this moment.
No,
Now,
we can't.
don't get me wrong. I do not, in my heart of hearts, believe that Joe Biden has earned anything. I don't.
We
I'm
already
a,
talked about that. We
we
done already
talked
had a
about it.
whole discussion on how we feel.
But
No,
if
me either.
but here's the thing, and I need us all to understand this. If it comes down to Biden or Trump, I need us to all be on the same page. Okay? Like I
See my
need
eyes.
us
Blink, blink, blink.
like if them's the options, okay? If them's the options, I need us to all get it together. I need us to put it aside, and I need us to think of the lesser of the two evils.
Come on.
Neither candidate is ideal. You know, like neither is ideal.
Mm-mm.
But though neither is ideal, that does not take away from the fact that we have to make a choice.
Yes.
And we cannot make a choice that is going to be detrimental to our country. Like
Literally.
our children.
Because the world is looking at us, Shannon.
The world is looking at us, but we are dealing with it. We have a Secretary of Education who has never dealt or never been involved with public education. And she was appointed by Trump. Like she is making the current decisions as to whether our children go back to school, and all this pushing that they're doing for children to go back to school in an unsafe environment comes directly from our Secretary of Education. Like that's directly from her. And she has not taught in a classroom. She has not had a public she has not had a public education experience in which to draw from. She doesn't know anything about, but she's making she and the people who she has surrounded herself with are making choices for our children. That is why it is important that we have a president who has sense,
who has backing. Even if, like you were talking about, the choices that we have, but it's other people that are behind him. So we have to look at that. So it's not all hope lost. We just got to make the right choice.
We just got to make the right choice. So that's kind of where Kanye, I want him to get the help he needs. I really do. But I want him to get it not during the election. I want him to stop being this level of a distraction.
Matter of fact, go ahead and disappear and go to one of those rehab centers that you can go and get all the help that you want. And do it out. You know how those celebrities go to them private places? Go do that. Because
that's for you, Young.
Yeah.
We want that for you. We do.
Yeah. Because right now distractions cannot be made. We have to stay focused.
Joanne, I 100% agree with you. Joanne says, I don't buy it. At some point, you can't blame his mother-in-law or his wife's personal responsibility. Kanye is just trying to hold on to his current tax bracket. He knows exactly what he is doing. Are we sure? Because I don't know, Joanne.
Really, I don't know, Joanne. I like it, Joanne, but I'm with you. I don't know if he really knows that. Like, I don't know.
This level of tomfoolery is next level, and I don't necessarily only blame Kris Jenner. I think she's a big part of it because I think she moves the chess pieces in that family. I think that she does that, and I think it's wrong.
Definitely.
But I definitely think that Kanye. I definitely think there is a part of him that understands the level of publicity, and that I think there's a part of him that believes that no publicity is bad publicity. But I also think he's having a manic episode, and I think
Because it's
somebody
like you
just got
see
to.
two different people. It's something there, Shannon. It's been there. Like it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
something deep that
yeah, yeah.
people on the normal will not be able to understand at all.
Yep,
It
yep,
has to
yep.
be somebody that specializes in cases like him.
Yeah, yeah. I want him. I want him to get all of the help that
That he needs.
he needs. Now, speaking of somebody else trying to hold on to their tax bracket, and we want to talk about this story super quick
Okay.
because we time is short. Your boy Nick Cannon was in the news this past week.
Woo! My boy.
Your boy Nick Cannon. Um, who
Girl. Yeah.
Nicholas Cannon Nicholas. In case you did not hear, in case you have been living under a rock, in case you have not been on Twitter at all, um, Nick Cannon came under a lot of fire for a podcast that he did, I believe, back in 2012, called Cannon's Class. He was after his comments went viral, and um, he did not immediately apologize the way
Mm-hmm.
Viacom CBS wanted him to. They cut ties with Nick Cannon,
Mm-hmm.
um, and
They
yeah,
said
so yeah, they cut ties with him, and he in essence got fired from Viacom.
Viacom. Mm-hmm.
Viacom, in case y'all did not know, is the parent company of MTV, and MTV is where his franchise Wildin' Out is. Where his Wildin' Out
His
is
brand. That's yeah.
housed. Mhm.
House. Yeah.
Now he was fired from Viacom, but he was not fired from Fox, and he still has his job as the host of The Masked Singer. He did not. He did apologize to the Jewish community, saying that basically anyone who knows me knows that I am not a person who puts malice out into the world. I'm not a person that believes in hate. Um, he, said that those comments were from an uninformed and naive place, and
Mm-hmm.
his deepest and most sincere apologies to his Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that came out of his mouth. Um, yeah. Here's the thing I didn't know, and I wanted to have this conversation very quickly about what Nick said, because first of all, Nick is not the only one who said it. Let's start
Right.
there. And I'm not gonna lie, I was not at all informed on the anti-Semitic comments that were made. I just kind of thought it was Nick Cannon. When I read them, I was like, I didn't see the anti-Semitism in the
Mm-hmm.
comments. I just kind of read them and was like, well, his opinion about Jewish people, and he's kind of what he was kind of talking about. The interview that was done on the podcast was with Professor Griff,
Mm-hmm.
who's an artist, and they were talking about, in essence, how the Jews were um uh America, they were in essence the first savages.
The savages. That's what he
Uh-huh.
said. Mm-hmm.
He called them savages. I didn't understand the level of anti-Semitism that was until I kind of went back and read and did some research as to why they felt that way,
Mm-hmm.
and um why that was problematic.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it was, for me, it was a very eye opening.
Yeah.
It was very eye opening. It opened up a conversation. Some of my junior league groups, we have folks who are Jewish who are part of the league, and I didn't really understand. Like I didn't understand, and I still am
Don't really.
gaining.
Yeah.
Right, I'm still gaining education and still trying to understand the depth and the levels of anti-Semitic talk, and how we don't really. we don't really talk about how vicious this is, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I kind of wrote it off because sometimes Nick Cannon can be real hotel for
Mm-hmm.
my taste, right? Like he can be real hotel, and I don't
Yeah.
really mess with the hotel folks like that.
Right.
Like I feel like
Right.
sometimes their views are just a look like I understand you love the black community, me too, but sometimes your
Right.
views are just a little much. Like
Right.
you're
Right. Right.
doing the
I
most
got
with the
you.
least, and sometimes their views are very, I'm what I call myself a traditional feminist because sometimes their views are just very anti-feminist and very anti-woman and
Right.
just so I just kind of wrote it off. Like anytime the hotel started talking, I'm gonna be real honest, I just kind of tune out and zone
Yeah.
out.
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
so I really didn't pay the podcast in 2012. I didn't really pay it a lot of attention. I heard it because
Mm-hmm.
I listened to Candace's class. I heard it, but it was just like, okay, they own some whole hotel stuff again,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But I do now understand why the ways in which they are speaking are problematic because what ends up happening is the world is hugely silent on when things like bombings of synagogues happen
Yes.
or
Yes.
Jewish rabbis are being targeted
Yes.
by some of these very anti-Semitic people who believe in this Jewish savagery.
Right.
Um,
And it's not right. I mean,
exactly.
literally, I mean, it's just not right
It's
because
not
we talk about all the time how, you know, in our culture they call us savages and animals and
exactly
different things like that. So what makes it right? Let's just be real. What makes it right to call anybody else,
facts.
any other culture that? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's bad people in every single race.
Hmm.
It's not about, I don't know. That was just too much for me. To really get on. Like I said, I don't really understand a lot about it, but I know that I don't feel like that was necessarily the right thing to say about anybody.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed. Um, I do now. Here's one of the parts of the story um that I kind of think is a wonderful lesson, a wonderful business lesson, and a wonderful lesson for entrepreneurs is be diverse and diversify your streams of income
That's
because
it.
Nick Cannon lost a whole huge chunk of income with the loss of my
Billion,
income.
$1 billion income.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna be hurting because he's still
No.
over here. He still has
Yeah,
all of these other diversified.
that is true.
So when he was on the internet saying like I'm unbossed and unbothered, I was like, oh Lord, I'm trying to get unbossed and unbothered too. Like, help me
Nick,
get
how many streams do we have, Nick? Can you
Nick.
help me?
Nick, I didn't want that to be a lesson, but girl, it was. I was like,
Yeah.
Nick's out here. I can't remember what the whole quote that he said, but he was like, unbossed and unbothered, and I
Yes,
was
he did
like,
say it. I read it. I read
well,
the whole thing. I said, "Oh,
well,
okay, that's what we doing."
well, Nicholas, I
Yeah,
wanna, I wanna find the
Nick,
lie, but I don't
look,
see it.
no, because you've been doing this hustle since you were 17 years old. You've been in
Wow,
the game for a long
wow,
time. You got
yeah,
Nickelodeon. I mean, you got a lot, baby. He
yeah,
has a lot that he
yeah,
does. Let me
yeah.
tell you, he was going down the list when it comes to his education, when it comes
Yeah,
to what he's doing, getting his doctorate. I said, "Well, Nicky, what?
right.
I didn't know this." That's what I was surprised about, and that was a proud moment. I was
Yeah,
okay. You shouldn't have said what you said, but bro, you made sure that if you did say anything, that you was gonna be covered in all ways.
covered. So I kind of felt like what we need to be doing is learning a very good lesson from Nicholas Cannon, which is diversify your funds because quite honestly, yeah, he said some things he had no business saying and we didn't want him to say it, but at the end of the day, when we have diversified in such a way, you gotta say what you want to say.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like it's not okay, and it's definitely a problem for you know, especially when we want to talk about unifying and you want people as black people, we want people to understand our struggle. It is
Yes.
also important that we understand the struggles of others.
Yes.
But it's also a wonderful lesson
Yeah.
that you can say what you want to say.
But if you have your ducks in a row, um, because a lot of folks out here be saying what they want to say in other cultures and just be fine. And guess what? They say whatever they want, privilege.
Whenever they
Okay?
want to say. Yep, they
Whatever.
sure do. They sure
Girl.
do. Bridget says, only thing I don't agree with because we get called monkeys every day by anti-blacks and all they have to do is cry and apologize and move forward. Not wrong, friends.
No.
Not wrong. They
Mm-mm.
listen. Karens be on the internet
I
crying
was
on the
just
news
about to say it. Took
all
the
the
words out
time.
my mouth.
I'm so sorry, and I'm not a racist, and I didn't mean to. I wasn't in the park bothering nobody. I just had my dog, and I just, I mean, with that. And then they want their whole job back. No, ma'am, you don't get to be the VP no more.
Girl, did you hear the song Mask Off? Talking about the Karen, mask off. I take my mask off. Have you heard it?
I haven't. Please send it to me.
When we get off here, I'm gonna send it to you about Karen. And it reminds me of that because of one of the part the boy goes, I'm within my rights.
They listen, I don't this whole mask controversy. We're not even gonna get into it. But I am so tired of women walking into places with no masks talking about it's my American right to not wear a mask.
I'm within my rights.
Since when? Girl, since when? What right is this?
Take it.
Which
Girl.
part of the Constitution did I miss this in social studies? Which part said you get to wear? If you feel that way about a mask, you also feel that way about clothes.
Everything.
You feel that way, like you feel. I mean, like you feel that way about a lot of stuff. Like you can't just start with the mask, girl. You feel that way about lots of stuff. So
yeah.
Who told you that was your confusion? We ain't even gonna get on.
No, that's a whole nother topic. So we'll save that one.
We'll save it. Anyway, girl, that's our time, honey. We
had a good time tonight.
We had a good time. Guys, please make sure that you go to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you don't miss an episode. Even when you miss us live, you can always catch us on our YouTube channel. Announcements, friend.
You already know the Know Your Worth experience, August 23rd. Tickets are still on sale, y'all.
You can get the people some more tickets.
Because this is virtual now.
It's virtual. Well, I just want you to say that. Yes, it's a virtual show. Don't miss the fashion. Don't miss the fashion Sunday because listen, the designers are ready. They are showcasing things. They have pieces. I'm gonna tell you last
December is when we did
it. Yes, last December I learned. Y'all know I'm not necessarily a fashionista. That really ain't my zhuzh. But I learned about fringe earrings. Do you understand me? Okay, I was rocking fringe earrings for like at least the next 2 weeks. I didn't know this was a thing. I was like, she took the little yarn situation and then she wrapped it. Beautiful. So, anywho, I'm just saying, if you like me, need some help with your fashions, get on to the
Know Your Worth. Come on, get your ticket. Only $10, y'all.
It's gonna be a wonderful time. So, don't miss out on that. All right, I think that's it. Oh no, it's not it. This Thursday, I am going to be doing a closet sale. I'm doing a closet sale. So if you are a pageant queen, if you are a